Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Leon.
Mr. Leon.
Yes, sir.
In a complaint charging you with 2 counts of aggravated domestic violence, 3 counts of domestic violence aggravated harassment. These are alleged to have occurred on or about the 26th of March.
On who?
Okay. You'll get more information later on.
Okay.
Right now it says.
Okay. So you got the information that I asked.
We'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
The state has nothing in addition to the form, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. We're asking that Mr. Leon is held on a $10,000 bond. He is currently being held on a $50,000 bond in another matter. So we're asking for a bond for time credit.
Preliminary date will be June 2nd at 1:30. Bond will be $25,000. Pretrial services supervision, if you post the bond, you'd have absolutely no contact with any of the alleged victims. Do you understand that?
I don't even know who the victims are, man.
I'll tell you.
You're not to go near their residence. If you have personal belongings there, you can go back with the law enforcement office or to get your personal belongings. Do you understand that?
Sure.
And I'd suggest that you not discuss this matter with anyone other than your attorney.
So what did I get arrested on yesterday? For what did the crazy and then you got
Is Mrs. Zarate still unavailable?
Judge, I believe we're trying to get him by teams. I don't know if there's somebody on teams right now. Oh, okay. We can get him later. We can come back.
Actually, there is someone on Teams identified as Jorge.
I don't believe that's going to be him, Judge.
Okay.
But we are working on getting in touch with him.
All right. Then I will put his file off to the side for now.
Thank you.
And we'll switch over to misdemeanors for a bit.
Oh, we should go. No talking. Come back in. Yeah.
I'll pull it up and I'll send it to them. Yeah. We're gonna have the attorney send it to you.
Ashley. Let's see over here, Ashley.
Do you want me to stand or sit?
I was sitting that chair.
Don't touch anything.
Oh, nice. Did you get it?
All the way down there. Just get up.
So it's tonight, you get it?
Yes.
Okay, so you're on? Yeah. Okay, keep going. All right, but we're doing with the one.
No, scoot up.
All right, well, I can share. Yeah.
All right, this is addressed to everyone in the courtroom. Good evening, I'm Judge Shayet. This is the time set for initial appearances, arraignments. It's the time for you to be formally advised of charges against you, for me to set conditions of release in your next court date. It's not the time to talk about facts of cases or ask that charges be dismissed. Conditions of release will always include that you violate no laws, that you appear at all court dates, that you remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state. There may be additional conditions based on your history, your circumstances, and the events that occurred. And you are
Ashley Martinez.
Ms. Martinez.
Yes, ma'am.
Domestic violence violation of a court order. We'll appoint Jill Gookin to represent you on these charges. Set a $500 bond. You'd have absolutely no contact with your grandmother. You're not to go to her residence except once with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. No alcohol or illegal drugs. That means no alcohol in your residence, and you're not going anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. Your next court date will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I'd suggest you not discuss the matter with anyone except your attorney. I'm going to get a message to the judge who's supposed to hear your other matter at 10:30 tomorrow and let them know to transfer it to the 1 o'clock hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Marciniak. Did you catch that?
And I've had a seat out there with the females.
We've got a DV arraignment at 10:30 tomorrow morning. It's noted on my minute because you know what my number is. So if you'll notify the DV arraignment judge for tomorrow morning, she's in.
Yes, sir. Are you gonna do the team one?
If you can change it, that's fine. The case number's on the minute entry. Yeah. Right, so you could change but you could change the in custody, you don't want to, the out of custody, you don't want to clock. Except the calendar is already out, yeah. So notify the judge. Because we don't want them issuing warrants. All right, so we've got Mr. Zarate on the line and we're going. Is that the info?
Yes. Present.
Judge, if I may give an advisement to Mr. Sarate really quick.
Absolutely.
Mr. Sarate, right now we're doing your initial appearance. It's really important that you don't say anything. Everything you say is going to be used against you. Any questions you may have, save them for a private conversation with your attorney. This is not a private conversation.
Mr. Zarate Montiel, I have an interim complaint here charging with aggravated assault, criminal damage, and endangerment alleged to have occurred on Sunday, the 18th. We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. Morgan Mahalik for the state. I'm asking for a $20,000 bond. This resulted after signs and symptoms of intoxication were noted. Defendant collided with another vehicle after failing to stop at light, and the other victim sustained life-threatening injuries.
And Judge, if I may,
You may.
Judge, we're asking that Mr. Zarate Montiel is released to pretrial services. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson. He has confirmed housing in the support of his mother. He has no criminal history. It appears that he may need medical attention that's going to be difficult for the jail to provide in a cost-effective manner. So we're asking that he's released to pretrial services.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be June the 2nd at 1:30. The fact there's an allegation that the defendant fled the scene on foot, cause for concern. So bond will be $7,500. Pretrial services monitoring if the bond is posted. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no driving without a valid license, no contact with the other victims. No alcohol in your residence. You're not going anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Zarate.
Judge, if I may, just one more time. Mr. Zarate, I'm going to reach out to your attorney and let them know how to get in touch with you.
Okay, thank you.
And again, you shouldn't discuss this with anyone except your attorney.
Torres. Torres.
Torres.
Oh,
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Yeah, Torres, ma'am.
Missed 4 matters here for you. Charges from May 18th of last year for shoplifting and criminal trespass. Looks like you were supposed to be in court perhaps sometime in March in justice court. Charges from October 15th of 2024. Shoplifting, criminal trespass. Failing to appear on November the 18th of 2024. Again, it looks like you're supposed to be in court in March of 2025. I'm going to appoint John Illis to represent you on these charges. Court date will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. You're not to return to the incident locations, and I'd suggest you not discuss the matter with anyone except your attorney. Then I have 2 files out of Tucson City Court, both for today, both for shoplifting, one also for obstruction, failing to provide true names. I'll appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Bond will be $250. You're not to go to any Target stores or any Home Depot stores. If you post the bond, your court date's June 23rd at 2 o'clock. If you've not posted the bond, you'll be seen on video on May the 30th at about 1:45. I'd suggest you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. But you have 4 pending shoplifting charges at this time, Mr. Torre. Thank you. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Alex Armenta.
Mr. Arment. I have a number of things here for you. Nothing very current. I have charges from July the 6th of last year. Domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, 2 counts of domestic violence assault. Then I have charges from December 29th of 2023. For domestic violence, criminal damage, 2 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and an additional count of domestic violence. Criminal damage alleged occurred later on December the 29th. And I understand that there are victims on the line who wish to be heard. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And you are,
My name is Jorge Moraila,
and you are a victim in which matter?
and the property damage, domestic violence.
From which date?
They may be all of mine, ma'am.
Well, I don't have any narrative for the December cases. For the July case, the only listed victims appear to be Rihanna and Yvette. And your last name is Morales, sir?
Moraila, correct.
You want to spell that for me just so I've got it right?
Yes, ma'am. Moraila.
Right. And did you wish to be heard on conditions of release? Not the facts of the cases, just on conditions of release.
That is correct. I'm dropping all charges.
No, you cannot drop charges. You don't bring the charges, the state brings the charges.
Okay.
You may be notified to appear in court. If you are subpoenaed to appear in court and you do not appear, there could be consequences to you for violation of a court order. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
But you want contact with Mr. Armenta, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. And I understand we have another, Rihanna Bajarquez. Did you wish to be heard on conditions of release?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
Go right ahead.
I believe I'm also involved in some of the incidents except for the December one. I think the December one was just a house call for when he went to CRC.
Yeah, I don't know. You're clearly the victims listed on the July case. So go right ahead. You wanted to be heard on conditions of release?
Yes, ma'am. I want him to.
You're breaking up. I can't
Issues.
hear you.
He's now. I'm sorry.
You're breaking up.
He was dealing with a lot of personal issues.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
Yes, now I can.
He was dealing with a lot of personal issues at the time, a lot of behavioral issues, and now he's completely turned around 100%.
All right. So you want contact in return, correct?
Please, please.
And is he under treatment at this time?
He was. Now we don't really need treatment for him.
All right. Your next court date, Mr. Armenta, is going to be June the 20th at 9:30 in the morning in Tucson City Court. Do you understand that you need to be present at that time?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. I need to comply with your treatment plan, if any. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Armenta. Good evening, I'm Ted Shade, and you, sir, are
Brian.
your name, sir?
Brian.
And your last name?
Cobb.
Mr. Cobb, I have a citation charging you with disorderly conduct, 2 counts, 1 count of assault, and 1 count of criminal trespass. These are alleged to occur earlier this afternoon. Your next court date is going to be June the 18th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Oops, let me look at something. Oh, I also have charges here for March the 22nd for criminal trespass and disorderly conduct, and then failing to appear on April the 4th. What can I do to be sure you show up in court next time?
Yeah.
What was that?
I said, yeah, I know.
Are you going to show up in court?
Yeah.
All right. June the 18th at 9 o'clock in the morning. No alcohol or illegal drugs. You're not to return within 3 blocks of 9595 East Broadway or 30 South Houghton. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Right. Be sure you appear, Mr. Cop. Thank you. There are
Simón, Alberto Córdoba, Samacho.
Mr. Cordova. I have citations charging you with domestic violence criminal damage. It's a court order alleged to have occurred on or about the 10th of May. Do you understand what an order of protection is?
Yes.
And if you are released, you are not going to have any contact with Miss Garcia. Is that correct?
Yes.
In addition to the standard conditions of remaining in the state of Arizona, violating no laws, and appearing at your court dates, you have absolutely no contact with Miss Garcia. You don't go back to within 3 blocks of her residence or workplace.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your next court date is going to be June the 17th at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court. Be sure that you're there.
All right. Thank you.
Let's see on the check.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Cassandra Rising.
Ms. Rising. I have quite a number of things here for you. In more or less chronological order, we'll go back to August 10th of 2023. Charges for remaining in the park for 1 East 22nd after hours. And then failing to appear in court on August 23rd of 2023. Charges from August 23rd of 2023. For remaining in that same park after hours. And failing to appear on September 5th of 2023. Charges for shoplifting, December 2nd of 2024. Failing to appear in court on December 16th of 2024. Charges for criminal trespass, possession of paraphernalia on May 3rd of this year, failing to appear on May the 14th. Charges from May the 14th, possession of paraphernalia, possession of prescription medication without a prescription. And then charges today for criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia. Given your failure to appear history, I'm going to hold you on a $250 bond and appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. You're not to return to 401 East 22nd Street to 3301 South 6th, 909 East 22nd Street, or 220 South 6th. Your next court date, if you're still in custody, will be May the 30th at about 1:45. If you post the bond, you need to be in Tucson City Court on June the 18th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm released today.
No, you're not going to be released today because you failed to appear on 4 cases, and you have 6 cases now. So, no. If you post the bond, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and again, you don't go back to those locations. I'd suggest you not discuss these matters with anyone except your attorney. Thank you, Ms. Rising. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Max Zendejas.
Mr. Zendejas. Citation is charging you with domestic violence, criminal damage, and 3 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. Alleged to have occurred, it looks like on May the 19th. And is probation placed a hold at this time?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I anticipate there may be an adult probation hold filed tomorrow. So to streamline things, I'm going to hold you on a $250 bond, appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. Conditions of release, in addition to posting the bond, will include no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with your mother. You do not go to her residence. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
If you post the bond, your court date's June 23rd at 9:30. You've not posted the bond, it'll be sent on May the 30th at 1:45, unless your attorney decides to have that date moved because of the felony matter. Right. Thank you, Mr. Zendejas. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Ryan Cook.
Mr. Cook. I've got a couple warrants here for you.
Yes.
I'm a little concerned about your appearance in court.
Okay.
If you're given a court date, are you going to appear?
Yeah, I'm going to appear. I didn't appear last time because my truck got. Yeah, I'm going to show up.
I'm going to give you another chance, but you don't go to these incident locations. You don't leave the state of Arizona. You appear at your court dates. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Court date will be June the 2nd at 8:30 in the morning in the Pima County Justice Court.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Jesus Dark Maleva.
your next court date on this matter is going to be July the 18th. No, excuse me. June 23rd.
Okay, Your Honor.
We have to do white out on this. At 9 o'clock in the morning in the Tucson City Court.
Okay.
Should be in courtroom 10 on the 3rd floor. Conditions of release include no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with Taylor or the children except through DCS or Superior Court order. You don't go to her residence or workplace. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also, behavioral health and substance abuse assessments and treatment. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right? Thank you, Mr. Drami.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Yeah.
You guys, anything? You good? I'm gonna go back on the floor.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Virginia Huntington, Judge.
And the council wish to waive reading?
Yes, Judge.
So, council wish to be heard on conditions, correct?
Yes. Yes, Judge.
Go ahead.
Judge, we're asking for $1,000 bond for Miss Ludington. Under these circumstances, I'd usually be inclined to ask that she's released. However, she requested a bond. She needs to detox and she would like to do that in custody. Judge, she has no criminal history, so we're asking for $1,000 bond.
And Your Honor, from the state,
Go right ahead.
I would ask for a $10,000 bond given the allegations in this offense.
All right, preliminary hearing date is June the 2nd at 1:30. Bond will be $2,500. If you post the bond, you'll be in a description of pretrial services. You don't have any contact with the alleged victim except through DCS. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available while you're in custody, or if you're under the supervision of pretrial services, then under their direction if you're out of custody. But I'd suggest, other than in the course of assessments and treatments, you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney, and then only when there are no other people present. Thank you, Ms. Ludington.
Thank you.
And Judge, I'm so sorry, I missed which office is appointed.
PD.
Thank you.
Ramon next.
I must be made.
Or with Pima. Come
Good evening, I'm Judge Sayed, and you are?
He's a Spanish.
Yeah, Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis.
on.
Mr. Davis.
I know.
You want to see if you can send a message in chat or call the interpreter? He's online, he's just not responding.
Mr. Interpreter, can you hear me?
Yes.
I had myself on an external speaker. Sorry for the technological problem. Señor, yo soy la juez Chayet. ¿Usted cómo se llama?
Martín Román.
Martín Román.
Mr. Ramon, I have new charges here for you. I also have a warrant for you.
Señor Román, tengo cargos nuevos contra usted. También tengo una detención en contra suya, orden de detención en contra suya.
The warrant is
Okay.
for charges from December the 11th of 2024.
La orden de detención proviene de un incidente que se emitió el 11 de diciembre de 2024.
For criminal trespass,
Y eso es por ingreso ilícito a propiedad ajena
and then failing to appear
y después por falta de comparecencia ante esos cargos.
on January the 16th of 2025.
Eso fue el día 16 de enero de 2025.
I also have new charges for shoplifting,
También tengo cargos nuevos por hurto de tiendas.
alleged to have occurred today.
Y eso dice que tomó lugar el día de hoy.
Will appoint Peter Gutierrez to represent you on these charges.
Voy a designar al abogado de oficio Peter Gutiérrez para que lo represente en estos cargos.
Your next court date will be at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Y su próxima comparecencia se programa para la 1 de la tarde mañana mismo.
And bond is $100.
Y la fianza que se impone para eso es $100.
You are not to return to either incident location. Do you understand that?
No debe de regresar usted a cualquiera de los dos lugares donde tomaron lugar los incidentes. ¿Entiende usted?
Sí.
Yes.
You are also not to leave the state of Arizona or violate
Tampoco
any
debe
laws.
de Arizona ni contravenir cualquier orden.
I'd suggest you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney.
Le recomiendo no discutir nada de estos casos con nadie excepto su licenciado.
Thank you, Mr. Roman.
Gracias, señor Román.
Yeah. The far side.
Your Honor, this is the interpreter. May the interpreter be excused?
Now you may be excused. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
See them.
All right. Do we have multiple defendants in the courtroom or just one?
We have one other, we have two in total.
Okay. All right. Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Stephanie Peralta.
Ms. Grijalva. I have an interim complaint here charging you with possession of narcotic drug, possession of dangerous drugs, and possession of paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. It appears that you may be eligible to participate in a program called Study. Or you participate in a treatment plan specific to your needs for a short period of time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these charges will be dismissed without formal charges ever being filed. Did you wish to explore that?
Yeah, since you're here. Okay, I didn't hear all of it. I just Judge, if I could have just one moment.
Certainly.
Yes, Judge, she's interested.
And time wave for PH counsel.
Yes, Judge.
Your next court date is going to be a week from today at 9 o'clock in the morning in Pima County Superior Court. Do you understand that you need to be present at that time?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date right now is set for July the 7th at 1:30. You're going to be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Monitoring and treatment is directed by pretrial services and comply with steps. Thank you, Ms. Garcia.
Judge, just for clarity, is it going to be the 28th or the 27th for steps hearing?
28th, a week from today.
So you're going to be getting out. You have to stay in touch with pretrial and returning. Okay. Yes.
And if you need help with housing or other issues as you're leaving the jail tonight, stop at the transition center. It's a trailer just outside the jail. I think there's a painted blue line that directs you straight there. And they can assist you.
You want that? Okay.
Thank you.
They'll process that. Okay.
It's pretty right here, man. Problem. You're up next. We want to have a seat right there at that chair. Okay.
Good evening. I'm Judge Chet. Mr.
Mr. Hart,
Mr. Harden, any complaint here charging you with aggravated assault with a dangerous instrument? Alleged to have occurred on or about the 12th of May. Will appoint the public defender's office, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would request a $20,000 bond given that it appears the defendant intentionally drove a vehicle into the direction of the victim with the motive of hitting the victim.
Anything further from defense?
Yes, Judge. We're asking that Mr. Harden is released to pretrial services. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson. He's retired. His last arrest was about 37 years ago, and it looks like ultimately he did successfully complete probation in 1996. So we're asking that he's released to pretrial services.
All right, I have a question or two. Are all of your belongings now removed from Ridgepoint?
they've been gone for 2 weeks, ma'am. I moved out of there in 72 hours. I haven't been back since. I moved out on.
Let's
Okay.
just answer your question.
Okay, I was just trying to get.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, yeah. You don't have any belongings there, right?
No.
No belongings there, Judge.
Okay. Preliminary hearing date is going to be June the 10th at 1:30 in the afternoon. You'll be released to the third-party custody pretrial service. You'll participate in monitoring and treatment of their supervision. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, no contact with the alleged victims. You don't go back within 3 blocks of the apartment complex or 3 blocks of the alleged victim's residence. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Hart.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Can be filled, get there. What can be filled, get there and don't forget them. I don't know if that's the country. Yeah.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Victoria Hill,
And your date of birth,
12586.
perhaps also known as Victoria McGill.
Yeah, in the past, yes.
Right. Warrant here out of Maricopa County Superior Court. Looks like it goes back to 2003. Fraudulent schemes, conducting an illegal enterprise. I'm going to release you to the third-party custody of pretrial services. You participate in monitoring and treatment under their supervision, including a behavioral health assessment as they direct.
It's crazy.
You need to call Maricopa County Superior Court tomorrow to get your next court date. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Hill.
I'm that person, you know, they're okay. Picture Mason system.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shane, and you are?
Angelica James.
Ms. James, enter complaint charging you with criminal damage and driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard on candidate?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's asking for a $10,000 bond given the dangerous nature of the offense and the dangerousness to the community at large.
Anything further from defense?
Yes, Judge. We're asking that Ms. James is released to pretrial services. She was identified as a level 1 nonviolent felony by pretrial, and also on the scale, she's a 1 on the new criminal activity, 2 on the failure to appear. So we're asking that she's released to pretrial services. Additionally, she's fully employed, and she's a full-time student. She's a lifelong resident of Tucson. She has confirmed housing, and based on what I'm seeing in pretrial services, she has no criminal history, so we're asking that she's released to pretrial services.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be June the 10th at 1:30 in the afternoon, the Pima County Justice Court. You're going to be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. Conditions: you don't drive without a valid license, possess and consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, don't go back to the incident location. There's to be no alcohol in your residence or vehicles, and you're not to go anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. You'll also do behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment as directed by pretrial services. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Other than in the course of such assessments and treatments, I would suggest that you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. James.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lopez. Have a seat in the chair right here.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Isaac Lopez.
Mr. Lopez. Interim complaint here charging with possession of paraphernalia, possession of dangerous drugs, and possession of narcotic drugs. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. It appears that you may be eligible to participate in a diversion program. It's called STEPS. That requires you to participate in a treatment plan designed for you. If you successfully complete it, then the charges are dismissed without being formally charged. Did you wish to consider that option?
Sure.
And did counsel wish to waive time for preliminary hearing?
Yes, Judge.
I'm going to release you to the third-party custody of pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Participate in monitoring and treatment as directed by pretrial services, as well as comply with STEPS. Your next court date is a week from today, May the 28th at 9 a.m. in Pima County Superior Court. Right now, your preliminary hearing date is scheduled for July the 7th. You also have several cases before you out of Tucson City Court. I have charges from October 10th of last year for possession of paraphernalia, failing to appear in court. I have charges from June 16th of 2022 for criminal trespass, criminal damage, as well as a couple failures to appear. And then I have charges that go back to 2000. Criminal damage, failing to remain at the scene of an accident, possession of paraphernalia, driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, along with several failures to appear. I'm concerned about your failure to appear history. Do you understand that you need to appear?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another chance to comply with city court as well. Your court date's June 23rd at 2 o'clock. You need to comply with steps. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no driving without a valid license, no contact with the victims in these matters. You don't go back to 5532 East Spring. Do you understand that?
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
Connor. Sit down.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Connor McSherry.
Mr. McCary, interim complaint charging you with 3 counts of theft of means of transportation, 3 counts of burglary, and 1 count of possession of burglary tools.
Okay.
Don't say anything.
Oh, my bad.
Just listen.
And Brantley has the LD, is that correct? Or do we need to change this one? Okay. I'm going to appoint the legal defender's office to represent you on these charges. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Judge, I don't need to be heard if you're inclined to release him. Otherwise, I'd like to be heard.
Yeah, I'm not inclined. His co-defendant is in custody. So
Okay, thank you, Judge. So Connor is employed. He works at Mod Pizza. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson. He's 19 years old. He has no criminal history. If he were released, he could go to his mother or his father's house. They live separately, so he could go to either one. He lives with both of them. So we're asking that he's released to pretrial services. And additionally, pretrial services identified this as a level 1, which is the lowest level of supervision, nonviolent. Additionally, on the NVCA and FTA scales, he is a 2 and a 1, respectively.
I'm going to set the bond at $5,000. Pretrial services supervision, if you post the bond, you're not to have any contact with the alleged victims or any co-defendants except through legal counsel. You're not to go to any incident location. And I'm suggesting not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. Oh, and no internet usage. All right, thank you.
And judges, the preliminary hearing is at June 2nd.
Correct.
Thank you. Boris.
Bring it down there, buddy.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Bush,
You listening?
Mills,
Mr. Mills. I have a warrant here out of Pima County Superior Court. Possession of dangerous drug, possession of narcotic drug, and possession of paraphernalia on October the 7th of 2024. I'm going to set an arraignment date for May 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's a week from today. And did either counsel wish to be heard on condition and appoint Patrick Coppin to represent you? Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
State, Your Honor.
Judge, not if you're inclined to release. Otherwise, I would like to be heard.
I will give you a chance on pretrial services again. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Participate in monitoring and treatment as they direct. No alcohol or illegal drugs in your residence or any vehicles you're in. Do you understand that?
yep, yes,
Thank you, Mr. Mills.
Here, let's read the petition.
Ochoa, sir.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir,
Guillermo Ochoa.
Mr. Ochoa, I have an complaint here charging you with aggravated stop. Alleged occurred roughly between November 5th, 2024, and today's date. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Nothing in addition to the form, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. We're asking that Mr. Ochoa is released to pretrial services. He has no prior felonies. He has long ties to Tucson. And if you're released, he would go to his parents' home. Pretrial services also identified this as a nonviolent felony.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be June the 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. Bond is $2,500. If you post the bond, you'll be inserted to pretrial services. You don't have to go to any incident location or any target store. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available while you're in custody or is directed by pretrial services if you are out of custody. I'd suggest you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney or in the course of assessment and treatment, and then when no one else is present. Thank you, Mr. Ochoa.
Polo.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Eric Polo,
Mr. Polo, have a warrant here out of Maricopa County Superior Court, charging you with fraudulent schemes. Failing to appear in court. Because you've previously been released on these charges and failed to appear, I'm going to hold you on the $2,500 bond. We'll set a review hearing for June the 20th at 9 a.m. You don't have any contact with those victims or any potential co-defendants except them.
Do you understand that? David. Accelerate. She asked you.
Yes.
To understand. Yeah.
And no alcohol or illegal drugs.
So let's keep listening to you. It looks like you have a misdemeanor. When you see that.
Charges from today, charging you with possession of paraphernalia. We'll set a review hearing for July the 18th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And Judge, is that city court?
Correct. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you because you're held on the other matters. If you're still in custody, they will deal with the matter. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. Do you understand that?
Judge, would you consider a small bond on the misdemeanor just so he can resolve that case here before going to Maricopa?
I don't know that the city would be willing to do that at this point, so I'm going to leave it this way. All right. Thank you, Mr. Polo.
Thank you. No, I don't hear it.
Smith.
So did you just finish probation on this?
Yes, but no.
Oh.
She had said that she has to extend for the restitution, but I did just.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I basically completed it. She said they have like.
Okay.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shad, and you are
Senpai Smith,
Ms. Smith. Interim complaint charging you with organized retail theft, 2 counts of aggravated shoplifting, and felony theft. Narrative indicates a number of dates. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
State, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. We're asking that Ms. Smith is released to pretrial services. She's fully employed. She's fully employed at Waffle House, and she's currently on maternity leave. These charges are from 2023. If you look at her criminal history, it looks like there was another similar charge from around this date. So she was under the impression that she took care of this case. She didn't realize that there was another case out there. Based on what I'm seeing on pretrial services, it looks like she probation was set for a year, and it was in April that term would have expired. She was working with her attorney on these cases. It appears that she was under the impression that these were taken care of, and she was taking care of what she needed to do. She was working with her attorney on what she thought was this case, and this looks like to be just another day of this incident. So we're asking that she's released to pretrial services, considering that she was under the impression that she was taking care of this. She completed probation recently, and she's been in touch with her attorney about her previous case. So she was under the impression it was taken care of. And additionally, Judge, it looks like she does go to court when she has court. So this was confusion that she didn't realize she had this charge. So we're asking for an opportunity for her to be on pretrial services to resolve this matter.
Anything further from the state?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
You get a grievance when you get back to your spot.
Preliminary hearing date for June the 10th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Pima County Justice Court. You'll be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. You'll participate in monitoring and treatment under their supervision, including behavioral health assessment and treatment as they direct. Do you understand that?
yes, ma'am.
You won't go to any incident location or any Target stores. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And other than in the course of an assessment and treatment, I'd suggest you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Smith.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
May we be excused?
You may.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good night. Have a nice
Thank you,
morning.
Your Honor. Have a good night. Good night.